Hi. So if you're watching this video today, I'm going to go on the assumption that you already know what lines are and you already know what planes are. So we're going to be able to talk about parallel lines, skew lines, and parallel planes. So let's start off by talking about parallel lines. All right, so parallel lines, firstly, they will lie on the same plane, so we can take note of that. And they will never meet. They never intersect each other. So very important that they're on the same plane and very important that they don't intersect. So what do they look like? They're two lines that are going in the same direction as each other and they just won't meet. All right, so how do I write in shorthand math language that two lines are parallel? So let's say this line is AB and this line is CD. I can say that line AB, that's how we write line, of course, is parallel to line CD. So that's how you would write that two lines are parallel in shortcut. All right, let's go ahead and move on to skew lines. So like parallel lines, skew lines never meet, but that's for a different reason. Skew lines are on entirely different planes. So let's say this is my first plane. Let's call this plane A. And all the way down here is another plane. Let's call it plane B. All right, so if I have a line in plane A and I have another line in plane B, now clearly these lines are not parallel to each other. Let's call them L and M. So clearly these lines are not parallel to each other because they're not going in the same direction. But will they ever meet? Absolutely not. Line L is all the way up here and it will stay in this domain, in this plane, and it will never meet this line M over here. So when that happens, the lines are said to be skew. But suppose our planes were to meet. So let's say our planes were like slightly, let's say B was slightly tilted up. Then that would mean, or well, tilted up in this way, that would mean that the lines could potentially meet. So there is something important that these planes have to have happening in order for these lines not to meet. So for skew lines to be skew and never meet, the planes actually have to be parallel. So parallel, I'll write that down because this is super important here. Parallel planes will have skew lines. Because the planes will never meet, which means the lines will never meet. All right, so I just defined a parallel plane for you. I don't know if you realize it happened, but just to make sure you do see what I said, or you did hear what I said, parallel planes, like parallel lines, will never meet. So they look very much like plane A and B here. Plane A and B are parallel and they will never meet. And we're done.